Hi guys, it's Aim. Welcome back to Olive Stoic. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked back and thought, wait, was she into me? Chances are, she absolutely was. In fact, it's very likely that a woman has fantasized about you more than once. You just didn't notice the signals. And you're not alone. 99% of men completely miss the signs of female sexual attraction. Not because they were clueless, but because women communicate it either in subtle, nuanced, and psychologically complex ways. But once you learn how to spot these signs, you'll start seeing what other guys never even realize is right in front of them. Opportunities to connect, to lead, to escalate naturally, confidently, and without ever guessing. Now, quick word of caution, these signs aren't guarantees. Women are complex and everyone's different. But these behaviors, backed by psychology and biology, apply to the vast majority. And trust me, once you understand what to look for, it'll change everything about how you read attraction. Stick around until the end because I'll be breaking down real-life examples, for each segment revealing the psychological triggers that explain why they happen. That way, you're not just learning what they do, you're understanding how they think. Let's get into it. Sign number 1. She finds reasons to attack you. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her hands develop a mind of their own. This isn't casual accidental touch. It's targeted, subtle, and often wrapped in a layer of innocent puffiness to test your reaction. She might accidentally brush against your shoulder, tap your arm when she laughs, or fix something on your shirt that doesn't even need fixing. But here's what you want to pay close attention to. How long her touch lingers. If she touches you and it lasts just a second too long, that's not an accident. That's her sending a signal. She's opening a door. And if she finds excuse to touch more intimate areas like your thigh, your hand, your forearm, or even your back, those are bold indicators of physical attraction. Most guys think she's just being nice. No. Women are not physically affected with men they're not attracted to, especially in this way. Now, here's what's happening psychologically. When she touches you and enjoys it, her brain releases dopamine, the chemical response of pleasure, reward, and anticipation. That dopamine creates a neurological feedback loop. She touches you, it feels good. She craves more. That craving gets wired to you. Touch also reduces stress and increases oxytocin, the bonding chemical. Her brain starts to associate physical closeness with safety, chemistry, and comfort, all because of how your presence makes her feel. So, picture this, you're sitting next to her. You make her laugh. Her hand casually lands on your thigh, but it doesn't move away right away. Or maybe you're talking and she leans in to brush imaginary lint off your chest, smiling as her fingers graze your shirt. These aren't coincidences. They're calculated, instinctive ways for her to express desire without saying a word. She's waiting to see if you'll pick up on it and what you'll do next. Because here's the truth. The longer she touches you, the more addictive you become in her mind. That's biology. That's behavior. That's attraction. Sign number 2, her eye contact is intense. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her eyes reveal that truth long before she ever says it. It's not the same as polite eye contact. It's deeper, more intense. Her gaze lingers, and if you look closely, you'll notice it's doing something more fun observing. It's inviting. She'll lock eyes with you just a little longer than usual. You might catch her watching you when she thinks you're not looking. And when you turn to meet her gaze, she'll either hold it or look away with a quick smile. Both are strong signals. But there's where it gets interesting. If her eyes drop from your eyes to your lips and then back again, that's a powerful indicator. It's her subconscious telling her, I want to be kissed. That look from eyes to lips and back. It's Khaled's triangle gaze, and it's a classic pattern of sexual interest. And if her eyes dip lower to your chest, your hands, or even below the belt, make no mistake, that's her mind all reimaging intimacy. Now, let's get scientific for a second. Prolonged eye contact activates the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for emotional intimacy, memory, and sexual desire. It's the same part that lights up during moments of deep connection, high tension, or romantic arousal. That's why even short moments of strong eye contact can feel electric. It also stimulates release of phenylphenamine, a natural chemical compound that mimics the effects of amphetamines. It increases heartbeat, focus, and excitement. It's literally a chemical signal that tells a brain, this is exciting. This is different. This is a immune I want more of. That's why eye contact, when sustained, doesn't just build attraction. It multiplies it. So next time you're talking to her and you catch her eyes doing the dance between your lips and your gaze or shellac size, with you from across the room and holds it just a second longer than necessary. Don't dismiss it. That's not just interest, that's tension. That's her silently asking, do you feel this too? See, number 3, her body language opens up. Body language doesn't lie, especially when it comes to attraction. When a woman is sexually drawn to you, her body begins to orient itself around you. Even if her words are neutral, her posture will reveal what she's feeling on the inside. She'll angle herself toward you. Even in a group, she'll lean in closer when you speak, even when there's plenty of space. Her arms relax. Her legs might uncross or subtly shift in your direction, and her shoulders and chest will naturally open up. All of this is subconscious. She's not trying to do it. Her body just does. She may tilt her head slightly when listening to you, exposing her neck, a subtle premalgesture of trust and vulnerability. That neck exposure is one of the oldest signals of feminine openness in human behavior. And here's one you absolutely want to look out for. Mirroring. If she starts copying your posture, your gestures, or even your tone of voice, that's not random. It's called limbic synchronization. It's a biological attempt to create connection. When women or someone we're attracted to, it tells our brains, I'm safe here. I belong here. I want more of this. Let me give you an example. You're standing next to her at a party. At first, she's just chatting, facing slightly away. But as the conversation flows, she slowly angles her body toward you. Her foot points at you. Her arm brushes yours. She doesn't pull away when you move closer. And when you take a sip of your drink, she takes one. 2. This isn't her being polite. It's attraction made physical. Because when a woman mirrors your movements, when she leans in even when she doesn't have to, when her body language softens and opens up in your presence, she's not just listening, she's inviting. Sign number 4, she plays with her appearance around you. When a woman is attracted to you, her awareness of her appearance skyrockets, and it's not by chance. Suddenly, she's adjusting her hair more often. She's smoothing out her clothes, applying fresh lip gloss, or checking herself in her phone's camera when you're nearby. These aren't just nervous habits, they're pinging behaviors, and they date back to primal courtship instincts. Here's what you need to know. If she knows she's going to see you, and she shows up with tighter clothes, a fresh scent, maybe just a little more skin showing, she didn't just feel like dressing up. She dressed like that for you to stand out in your eyes. Why? Because whether she's aware of it or not, she's tapping into something called the scarcity principle. The male brain, when sexually drawn to a woman, automatically enters a state of competition, not always with other women but for his attention. She subconsciously wants to become the one that holds your focus. She knows other women may want your time, so she amplifies her visual presence, not always by being flashy, but by being intentional. She wants to control the version of herself you experience. Here's a real-life example. You're hanging out in a group. She excuses herself to the restroom. When she comes back, her lipstick's fresh. She runs her fingers through her hair. And when she sits next to you again, she leans in just a little closer than before. Close now for you to catch her perfume. That's not coincidence. That's a signal. She's inviting you to notice her, to engage, to take that next step. Because here's what's happening on a psychological level. By enhancing her appearance around you, she's expressing desire without risking rejection. It's safe, it's subtle, but it's incredibly powerful. She's trying to make herself more memorable so that the image of her lingers in your mind long after the moment ends. That's not vanity, that is desire, cloaked in strategy. Science number 5, her conversations take a sexual turn. This is where it gets real because her words will start revealing her intentions. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her conversation will slowly and sometimes playfully take on a more flirtatious tone. She'll tease you. She'll joke about things, just edging out to raise an eyebrow. Or she'll drop subtle sexual innuendos just to see how you react. She might say something like, "So, do you always look this good? Or is this just for me?" Or maybe, "Yeah, but to be careful looking like that. Someone might take advantage of you." These aren't just cute lines, they're tests. She's testing your confidence. She's testing your boldness. She's trying to see, will he escalate? Will he respond with the same energy? But the most important part, how she says it. Her voice gets softer, slower, more playful. That's not performance, it's biology. Her autonomic nervous system kicks in when she's aroused, altering her tone without her realizing it. Her breath may quicken, her pitch may lower, and her speech becomes more rhythmical, deliberate, almost like a whisper you lean in to hear. And if she starts asking you personal, emotionally charged questions like your relationship history, your type, whether you're seeing someone, it's not just curiosity. She's scanning for availability. She's trying to figure out if there's a door open for her to walk through, or if it's already closed. Because once their conversation starts walking that line between teasing and tension, it's not a coincidence, it's chemistry verbalized. Sign number 6. She compliments your appearance or physique. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, she won't just keep it in her head. Eventually, it slips out through compliments. But not just any compliments. She compliments your body, your scent, your style. The physical traits that catch her attention. And that's the key. These aren't casual surface-level comments like nice shoes or cool shirt. These are specific, personal, loaded with subtext. She might say, "Wow, you've been working out. I can tell." Or, "You smell amazing. What cologne is that?" And if she delivers it with a sly smile, a smirk, or a brief pause after the compliment, she's giving you room to respond, room to escalate. Now, here's the psychology behind it. When she starts complimenting your physical traits, her brain is operating under a phenomenon called the Hall effect. This is when we assign positive qualities to someone just because we find them physically attractive. In her mind, attraction leads to amplification. If she's into how you look, her brain starts associating you with strength, confidence, dominance. Even if Shadow doesn't consciously realize it. This is where a compliment from a woman who's truly attracted to you feels different. It feels personal, charged, intimate. She's not just being kind. She's revealing what her mind is already playing out. Sign number 7. She gets nervous around you. Here's the sign most guys completely overlook, and it might be any of the most reliable. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, her nervous system responds automatically. Her body betrays her no matter how calm or confident she normally is. You'll see it in the little things. She plays with her jewelry, adjusts her shirt, fidgets with her drink or hair. Her breathing changes. Her laugh becomes a little louder. Sometimes at things that aren't even funny. She might stumble over her words or go quiet when you enter the room. And if you touch her, she may flinch lightly, not out of discomfort, but because her nerves are lighting up. This isn't shyness, it's physiological loss. What's happening behind the scenes is this. Her sympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for fight or flight, is activating. Her heart rate increases. Her pupils dilate. Her breath gets hollower. And her brain releases adrenaline and cortisol, heightening her sensitivity and awareness around you. She's not trying to act nervous, she's just reacting. Because when sexual tension is real, the body responds before the mind can rationalize it. So next time she stumbles over her words, plays with her necklace, or pushes when you get close, don't mistake that for discomfort. Look at their pattern. If she stays engaged, if she leans in despite the nerves, if her fidgeting happens with a smile, on her face, that's attraction. Raw, real, and reflexive. Bonus sign. She creates opportunities to be alone with you. This is one of the biggest giveaways. And yet most men don't even notice it. If a woman is sexually attracted to you, she'll find ways to get you alone. It might be subtle at first. She lingers after the group starts to leave. She suggests hanging out, just the two of you. Or she hints that she doesn't want to go home alone. Without saying it directly, she might say, "Hey, you should come over." I've got wine and no hair to be. Or, I don't feel like ending the night just yet. In situations like these, she's not looking for just more conversation. She's greeting proximity and lowering the barriers between you and intimacy. Why? Because of something psychological: proximity attraction. The more time you spend physically close to someone, especially in private or emotional intimate spaces, the stronger the bond becomes. And for her, creating that closeness is a way to open the door without risking rejection. Here's the truth: women rarely put themselves in situations where something could happen unless they're hoping that it will. So, if she's finding excuses to be alone with you or inviting you into private moments, she's not just being friendly, she's hoping you'll take the lead. So, let's bring it all together. If she touches you often and lingers, locks eyes with you like no one else eyes in the room, leans in close and mirrors her every move, fixes her appearance at the moment she sees you, slips flirtatious comments into their conversation, compliments your looks with a smirk and soft voice, gets nervous but stays close anyway and makes sure you two are alone, she's not being nice, she's not being polite, she's sexually attracted to you. But here's the thing: women don't always say it outright. They drop hints. They give you signals. Why? Because it protects them from rejection. Because in their world, making the first move often carries risk. But once you recognize these signs and respond with calm, confident leadership, everything shifts. So, the next time you're with a woman and you catch even just 3 or 4 of these signs, don't hesitate. Hold your frame, lead the moment, and watch what happens. Until next time, this Ice Live Stoic. Stay sharp.